Time for our latest regular checkup from City Hall. And the Mayor of Saskatoon, Cynthia Block, joins me now. Good morning.
Good morning, Jeremy.
So I understand we have some positive numbers. We're talking growth and the number of people that are choosing to call Saskatoon home.
Yeah, Saskatoon is now more than 318,000 people, and there's nearly 380,000 people within our wider region. And, you know, I think that speaks to a lot of things in terms of how our city is growing, that we are, you know, becoming an increasingly attractive place for people to move to. And, you know, despite some of the affordability challenges that I know we continue to be challenged by in our city, we are among the most affordable places in all of Canada, both Saskatoon and Regina. And as a province, we are, you know, we continue to be the place in Canada that is continuing with very strong job numbers.
Okay, is that growing quickly? Well, I can't remember what the previous numbers were. How big of a jump is this?
Oh, you know what? Now you got me.
Oh, okay.
Stumped, right? But it's by a significant amount. We continue to grow at an accelerated pace. Like we're adding, you know, roughly the size of Prince Albert every couple of years.
Right.
And at least we were for a while. That growth is slowing a bit right now, but compared to the rest of Canada, that is starting to see some, you know, some significant slowing of growth. We are continuing to see folks moving here.
And I mean, we all agree that yes, this is the place to be, but housing can be a challenge, right? If all these people are coming in, do we have places for them to go?
You know, I think that's a really important piece to discuss. I mean, yes, we are seeing a lot more people that want to live here. They're seeing opportunity here with jobs, and they're coming from everywhere. We are also seeing, you know, some very significant announcements in terms of adding more employment to Saskatoon connected to the mining industry. And so all of that is good news, except it does mean that we then need a lot more housing to support people. And so City Council, we are working really hard, leading in with other orders of government and working really closely with the Home Builders Association to get more housing built more quickly. And also with Indigenous governments, we're seeing some really great projects happening there, but there's no question that we need a lot more of it. And just really grateful to the home builders of Saskatoon who are, you know, really hitting it out of the park in terms of adding supply. 2025 was a banner year. And so I hope that as that supply comes on, we have an opportunity to see better affordability based on that expanded supply.
Okay, great. Well, I talked to the City Parks Department last week about the unfortunate news that we are, in fact, losing the battle with Dutch Elm disease. I mean, this has been a struggle for years and for so many communities in this part of the world, and it's really going to take a toll in the next couple of years on our canopy, the look of many places in our city.
Yeah, so Dutch elm disease is something that we are experiencing across North America, and I think we had really hoped that it would not come to Saskatoon to roost, but in fact it is. And much of this is connected to changes in climate and the kinds of invasive species that are now attacking the Dutch elm canopy that is so admired in our city. And so the strategy is to work aggressively. Council has agreed to add a lot more money into the budget through a reserve. This isn't a mill rate impact, but to, you know, basically take what the reserves have to offer right now to try to accelerate getting ahead of the problem so that we can slow down the loss of those trees. And to that end, I mean, if people want to check out saskatoon.ca, you can find out what residents can do. A really good example of this is watering. You know, we don't really think about that in our boulevards and things like that. When you have elm trees or any other trees for that matter, you know, it's not your responsibility to water them, but, you know, for me, I think that was new information a few years ago that I could potentially be helped to support my own canopy if I'm helping to water them. And so that's a choice I've made, and others may wish to as well.
All right, wonderful. Mayor Cynthia Block, thank you so much for a few minutes this morning.
Thank you.